Talking doesn't win fights. Fans doesn't win fights. Fighter wins fights.
Yes, yes. The legendary fighting wins fights. Y'all already know, baby. Y'all already know. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, though, man. We got a lot to talk about. What's going on, though, y'all? What's going on, family? Y'all rocking with the best FWF tattooed on your chest. Yeah, man. I told y'all FWF was gonna be at the Barclays, and what happened? We was at the Barclays. We always at the fights. New York City, Madison Square Garden, the theater, Barclays, Radio City Music Hall. All of that is our backyard, baby. We there, and I told you already. When Scientist FWF is at the fight, everybody is at the fight. All my listeners. Especially if you hit that subscribe. When you hit that subscribe button, you at the fight. We take everybody that hit that subscribe button to the fight with us. Because we giving you that top class analysis, man. Now, let's get straight into it. Man. We saw what happened last Saturday as far as Deontay Wilder. Now, hold on. I got to shout out Sean Porter. I got to shout out Adrian Granados with some real interesting happenings. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Real interesting fight. You know what I mean? It was really entertaining. So, shout out to Porter. Shout out to Granados. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to watch that fight again. Granados, you a wild boy. Now, straight into this Deontay Wilder, Bermain Stavern 2. Alright? Now, I was there with FWF. I was there with little FWFJ. That's my little son. He was with me. And I was there with Dustin, Big Dusty. You know what I'm saying? Who's FWF as well. You know, he hasn't been on the program yet. He's still getting certain things straightened out. But he was at the fight as well. So we was all at the fight together. Now, you got to understand something about FWF Dusty. Big Dusty. Big Dusty is a big Wilder man. Big, huge Wilder man. You know what I'm saying? Huge Wilder man. So, he's charged up from the beginning. There was no uncharging Dusty. The battery was in his back from the Friday. He was talking non-stop trash. You know, not to me, because like I don't have no horse in no Deontay Wilder versus Bermain Stavern race. I don't have a horse in that race. But he's just charged up. He's charging himself up. So, Scientist, I'm looking at the press conference and the weigh-in, and I'm looking at Bermain Stavern taking off his sunglasses, tossing the sunglasses down, cursing out Wilder's people. Like Wilder's people came like when he said, I'll kill you. Wilder's people came up to the, you know what I mean? They're like, what's good? They kind of just stood up behind Wilder. He's like, y'all don't want none of that shit, boy. I'm looking at all this theatrics. I'm like, yo, this dude, I want to see what's really gonna go down here. Like Bermain, like, got a battery in his back. Did Don King put that battery in Bermain back? Because usually Bermain, Mr. Stavern, he don't say nothing. You don't really be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? So, here comes the fight. And we see like 2 minutes or three minutes of domination. 3 minutes of like utter and complete domination. So, of course, Big Dusty is going goddamn nuts. Big Dusty going nuts all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Scientist was looking at this like in somewhat of shock. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that type of demolition. I didn't expect that type of demolition. That's factamundo. That's factamundo. I did not expect this level of demolition. So, without going too much into that, because everyone heard what happened. Everybody hopefully saw clips. Showtime, man. Listen, Showtime. When you got a fight that goes under 2 rounds, like under 3 rounds, put the fight up for the people to watch, man. You don't expect people to get Showtime to watch a fight that's 33 minutes long. You know what I mean? Put the fight up. See, I'm an advocate for the people. I'm advocating for y'all. If it's Espinoza, if it's the dudes at HBO, if it's all these dudes, Scientist FWF been around the block, baby. I tell them how it is. Showtime, hear me out. Espinoza, hear me out. Put the fights, them short ass fights, put them on the web for the people to watch. Same day, same night. Now next morning, I'll give y'all some time to sleep and marinate. Next morning, y'all get up and y'all put that up there. But everyone has saw what the fight was like. All right, we just saw demolition of Bermain Stavern. Stavern, give me a call. We're gonna have to figure out your next move, bro. That's facts. You gotta figure out what's next for you, my dude. But here's what the meat and potatoes of what I want to get at. Listen, for my American listeners and my UK listeners, where I got UK, where my UK flag at? It's upstairs. I want y'all to tell me, is Anthony Joshua shook? Whoa. Before we ask the question, is Anthony Joshua shook? The fans of Anthony Joshua, whether you in the UK or you in or you across the pond, or you over here, whether you in the US or you across the pond in the UK, are these Anthony Joshua fans shook of Deontay Wilder right now? Are they making excuses? I want to hear. Are they making excuses? Y'all let me know out there. Are they making excuses for Joshua right now? Because there's a lot to say, right? Now, is Joshua himself shook of Deontay Wilder? I'll be honest with y'all. I really don't think so. Like, I really don't think he's shook of Deontay Wilder. I think the fans of Joshua are shook of Wilder right now. They shook to death. They walking with their head down, scared to look. They shook. So they on internet typing. They on the phone. Nobody's getting. No one's ducking, and no one's ducking, and no one's ducking Wilder. And they're doing all that. But I really don't think Anthony Joshua's shook. I think Eddie Hearn is shook. You don't want that Joshua fight. But y'all gotta understand something. Eddie Hearn is in the business of he's a promoter. He ain't no manager. His interest is in keeping top tier attractions viable for his business. He's interested in keeping them able to make money. Losses and fighters that lose and lose their aura, lose their invincibility or get damaged too much in a fight. He's not in that business of promoting that. Right now, Anthony Joshua is the man in the UK. The man in the UK across the pond. I think Eddie Hearn wants the fight to happen. But he wants a build-up. But he's nervous that Joshua might take some heavy damage. I'm not talking about physical damage. I'm talking about brutal loss, like a decisive loss. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be like the cash cow got mad cow disease. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like the cash cow. The cash cow doing the Harlem Shake on the farm. You know what I mean? And I don't think he really ready for that. I'm gonna give you the proof why I don't think Hearn wants that. You know what I'm saying? Hearn is in the business of making the biggest fight, making fights big. He got a big star. None of them. It would take a little bit of promote. It doesn't take no fight. You know what it takes to build up this? To build up a Joshua Wilder fight in the US? It doesn't take you fight here and you fight here, and it don't take no fight. That's the smoke screen. It just takes promotion. Get on that ESPN. Get on that. Y'all gotta have some programs out. Maybe they think like this. They only want to promote when there's fights going around. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart, because that's when people start tuning into the fights. But it don't take that to build no. That don't take that to build no hype. Hype come through publicity and repeated, like the idea being repeated in the media. That's what builds up hype. You think if you turn on Sports Center like a week or two of Sports Center and they're talking about yo, Wilder, Joshua, you think tension won't be through the roof? You don't think if y'all start promoting some specials in the U.S. with Wilder and Joshua, and shout out to Showtime with Fight Resume. Shout out to Showtime with the Fight Resume thing, where they're showing you a boxer's history of fighting, or all their fights and the results and what led to what. That's dope. Espinoza, that's dope. That's dope, Espinoza. I ain't even gonna hold you. That right there is dope. It takes that. And outside of paywall. So you need that on ESPN, you need that on Fox. This is how you build a fight. You're gonna have to spend some money to build a fight. This one don't have to fight this one, and this one have to fight this one, and this one have to fight this one. What's going on though? Joshua wants to take some more fights to feel more comfortable in himself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he's scared. When he came out and said what he said, I gave him props when he was like, yo, Wilder's been a professional longer than I've been boxing. I was like, yo, at first I'm like, the hell are you talking about? What kind of talk is this? But then I was like, you know what, man? That's some shit. Because you ain't going to get no American fighters speaking no honesty. No brutal honesty like that. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much saying, man, I don't think I'm ready. Like, I don't feel like I'm ready. Wilder's mindset is like, yo, give me the belts. I'm creating the new heavyweight beast. I'm bringing back the days of Tyson, of Spectacle, of Champion, of Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing back those days. So I don't care. I'm not waiting. I can't be waiting. I can't be waiting around for nobody talking about, I don't think I'm ready for Wilder. I don't think and that's where Wilder's at. You know what I mean? But what I'm thinking, again, they can build this fight up a little more to make it really what it is, because this is really an in-demand fight. This is really something that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me get back to Hearn and how Hearn don't want to fight. Shout out to the Boxing Voice, who put up that interview 2 nights ago on November, when was it? 6th, the night of November 6th. They had an interview with they were doing their show. Eddie Hearn called in. They asked Eddie Hearn some toughish questions. They didn't ask it the way scientists ask them, but they asked Eddie Hearn some real good questions. I ain't not taking that away. Boxing Voice, they did their thing. And Eddie Hearn started to do all kind of talk. Like, I never said Wilder has to fight this one or should fight this one, and just walking around in circles talking about Joshua in his 18th fight he was unifying championships. In Wilder's 18th fight he was on an undercard in Mexico somewhere in where was it? In Cancun. Like, Wilder, Hearn, what the fuck you talking about? What are we talking about? Right? So it's like then he starts, like, he's going so much in his 360, like he keeps saying he wants to make the fight, but then he keeps bringing up other things that impede the fight. Joshua, I would have to pay Wilder 3 times the amount. He's just saying, like, yo, Wilder's not worth the cash. I have to make it worth the cash and all kind of. Yo, listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm seeing through FWF. We see through all the smoke screens. All right, you brought up money as an obstacle. You brought up level of popularity as an obstacle. You brought up venue as an obstacle. As far as United States and UK, you brought up. listen. You don't want. I think. What's his name? I think Joshua wants to fight more than you do, Eddie Hearn. I honestly believe that. I don't think because you don't hear Joshua with too much nervousness and no shit. All you hearing is Hearn saying one thing and then saying the next thing. I guess he thinks that's. I don't know if this is how you do business in the UK or you think this is how we do business in America. Like, and you want to fit in. Let me listen, man. Listen. Just say what it is, man. You want to build the fight up. And you need new things to say. If you just want to keep dragging along to build anticipation with the fans, stop saying the same tired shit. He needs to come fight in London. He needs to fight Dillian White. Listen, man. Listen. Get some new stuff to say, man. You know what I'm saying? From what I understand, Wilder was ready to fight Dillian White if Joshua was attached to that. And you didn't want to attach Joshua to it. You didn't want to contractually put Joshua as a consequence to that fight. Don't call into my show, bro. I'm gonna hit you with my number. Hearn. This is scientist, baby. FWF. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you out there, bro. We gonna get it popping. I want to hear it from myself directly from your voice. My peoples want to hear that. You know what I mean? We gonna put you on the we gonna put you in the booth, man. We gonna get you in the chair. You gonna see what's good. We want to hear really what's the situation. Okay, so Wilder calls in while Hearn is on the phone in the show. Wilder and Hearn have a give and take about Hearn saying that no one ever contacted him from Wilder's camp about having a fight. Hearn said, how could they're only screaming for show. He said Wilder's built up his whole name from his whole profile recently from just around Joshua. He said all that Joshua talk is for show because no one has even contacted me about a fight. Right? That's what he said, right? Is FWF, is scientists lying? So Wilder's like, he's pretty much like, you a damn lie. And then he calls his manager. His manager comes on the jack and he's like, bro, you know you lying right now. You know, manager sound like the stereotypical little like Jewish dude with the soft voice that are just calling the hitman and shit. He's like, yo, you know you a damn liar. I know your whole family and you know you ain't talking the truth right now. You're talking mad calm and chill. And then at some point Tyson Fury calls in and they're talking about passing Joshua around. Wilder and Fury are actually having a conversation about passing Joshua around. Like, yo, I'll get him first. And the next man is like, nah, I don't want no leftovers. Yo. And then Wilder's like, yeah, I'm gonna get him and I'm passing to you and it's good. I'm listening to this like, this is interesting, you know what I'm saying? This is very, 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 very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. You know what I mean? I want to see the fight, but I need the fight to be built up some more. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to tell y'all what. It does need to be built up. Don't fool yourself because check this out. Wilder is still building up himself in America. He's not no household name here. I think from what I'm seeing, Anthony Joshua in the UK is more of a household name in the UK than Wilder is here. That I know for a fact. Wilder is not no household name in America. Now with the type of performances that he had against the Vern, this is raising his profile. And then after these type of performances, getting on the mic like he did in the ring post fight speech, getting on the mic and calling out Joshua and bringing that awareness after making such a statement. These are the things that get the wheels turning with the average common man. Because when the locker room talk and the what you call it, the water cooler talk goes on the next day, everybody's going to be like, "Who is that Joshua dude he talking about?" That builds up. That starts to get the bubble boiling. All right. Now Anthony Joshua is a no name in America. He's a no name in America. Even more, he's a no name. He just fought 2 weeks ago. Showtime. Numbers was terrible. His numbers are terrible. They don't know him. Either they don't know him. It's either two things. Like I was telling my man, Big Dusty. Either the average person doesn't know him, which is, I think that's one. And another thing is, if they do, the people that do, a lot of them just don't care. They're like, I don't care. This is a British dude. I don't care about his story. He's not American. He's not. All I want to see is him fight Wilder and Wilder get the belt. I don't really care. I don't care. And most of these people, they don't even know what he look like. They don't even know that the dude look like goddamn Blanca from. He just look bigger than Blanca from Street Fighter. Bigger than Blanca from Street Fighter. They don't even know. That's Guile, yo. That's the black Guile, yo. That's the black Guile. You know what I mean? Street Fighter 2, the old 92 joint. So, they don't even know. And this awareness needs to be built up. And I think with all the hoopla, they're both helping each other. You know what I'm saying? On the low, intelligent people can see, like my fans, for FWF people, y'all can see that they're helping each other. When Wilder calls out Joshua and Joshua responds, and Joshua is big in the UK, so when he responds and he calls out and he says Wilder, and he's like, Bomb Squad, all up in the camera, that gets the UK, that brings up the awareness with the UK, with the UKers, all my UKers, right? When Wilder does the same thing in America and screaming out Joshua's name, that also brings, you know what I mean, awareness up in America of Wilder. So Joshua. So now people are starting to know that this is a rivalry going on. This is a tension is built up, but they don't really know the full scope yet. I'm talking about the average person. Not the people, we are watching boxing. We see the crowd there. We see that. But the crowd is not the world. The crowd is not even your city. The crowd is not even your neighborhood. Like, a lot of people don't know what the F going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what the frizz is going on. You know what I mean? So, the fight can be built up. Now, Hearn, you talking about 18 months. And it don't take all that. Like I told you. What it takes is promotion, and you know that, Hearn. What you want to do is stall so people could lose. Like, let's let some people take some damage. Let some people take some risks. You know what I'm saying? Let some people take some risks. You know what I'm saying? But I think let Joshua come fight in the U.S. That needs to happen. Now, the Wilder Joshua fight. No, wait a minute. Let me go back. When I say let Joshua fight in the U.S., I mean if he's going to take a fight before he fights Wilder, let it be in the U.S. You over here now. You got Danny Jacobs over here. Shout out to Danny, my Brooklyn peoples. You know what I mean? Shout out to Danny. Let your man come fight over here. That'll help him out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't allowing no booing. Of Joshua. If you put Joshua in a fight in Barclays, we ain't allowing no booing. Yo, America, yo, don't be on that whack shit. Unless men's is really ducking. If men's is really ducking, then you can boo men's. But if men's ain't ducking, don't boo men's. You know what I mean? Men's a champion still. You know what I mean? I gotta speak like my UKers from my UK. I be tuned in, UK. I'm not. Yo, I need to come out to London, baby. I need to come out to London and check all my UKers. You know what I'm saying? What's fair is fair. Fighting wins fights, not talking, not none of that. That's why I go straight down the middle. You know what I mean? But check this out. Mans from UK need to come fight out here. That'll help them out. Hearn You know some people with bread. Get that, buy some time, get that publicity going. And then the fight after the next could be the fight that you're looking for. Could be the fight that you're looking for. Just look at me. Just, you know what to do, man. You're not stupid. You know what you're talking about. You know you fooling them, but you ain't fooling us. The people that's watching this video right now, you are not fooled. So Hearn and them, come on, baby. Make that fight happen. Stop that nonsense, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's about it for now. About to go do my research. You know, scientist does the research, he does the experiment, and then he comes back with the results, baby. And 100% accuracy so far. So shout out to all my peoples. FWF, Fighting Wins Fight, Scientist K. Peace.
Talking doesn't win fight. Talking doesn't win fight. Talking doesn't win. Talking doesn't win fight. Talking doesn't win fight. Talking doesn't win fight. Talking doesn't win fights. Fans doesn't win fights. Fighter wins fights.